Hey everybody, welcome back. It's been 4 days since I recorded my reaction to Chapter 11. It is Saturday morning, just posted my reaction onto my channel, and I think I'm just going to leave it at that. I think the only thing that I really have to say now is, let us begin. Alright guys, so we are at RWBY Volume 5, Chapter 12, Vault of the Spring Maiden. After this chapter, we have 2 chapters left, the penultimate chapter 13 and the finale with chapter 14. I really don't know what's going to happen. I just really hope that Weiss is okay. After the intro and outro, it's about 12 minutes, but since we're like ramping things up, I'm assuming a lot's going to happen this episode. So, be sure to leave your thoughts in the comments. Thank you guys again for returning for another video. I do appreciate it. And without further ado, we're going to be starting in 3, 2, 1, now.
Weiss!
Oh, fuck. Right where we left off. Please, please, please be okay. Please, please. Ruby's out too! Shit! Get wrecked. I'm so done with Leo. I'm so done with him.
Ruby, get up.
He's made his choice.
Get up. We need you.
We need those silver eyes. Oh shit. Oh yeah.
Let that boy make a fool of you.
He's in the thumbnail.
It's not just a boy.
It's Oz.
It's Ozpin. He's already reincarnated.
Do you see his face? Oh, Oz! Right there. He knows it's you, dude. He's gonna go ape shit. Oh, my boy Hazel's about to go in!
Ruby, you...
Ozpin! Oh no.
Oh my god!
You thought you could hide from me?
Dude! He just went from 0 to 100!
Pay for what you did. You'll die. Over and over again!
Oh! He fuses dust! Oh my god!
Do we fight?
No, run.
Run! Ozpin is scared of him? Oh, holy shit.
Ozpin is here? Is that a problem?
I'm not sure. But right now we've got the upper hand. Let's not waste it.
Leo, open the path to
They're
the
going
vault.
to the vault. Oh, it is this. I knew it. I was like this statue has some significance. Dude, what the hell is Hazel?
Stop them! We've got your team covered!
But Ruby's out. Oh, come
You
on,
wanna get to
gang.
them?
Both of them.
You're going to have to get through all of us.
Oh, come on. That's such a broken ass summon.
Ren, talk to me.
Semblance.
This is bad.
No, not
Jean,
again.
you need to unlock your
Weiss, come on,
semblance.
please.
Make sure they leave Ruby alive. This won't take long.
Hurry up. Dude, your daughter is literally over there, Raven. What the fuck? Oh my god!
No!
Oscar, switch!
Told you, no!
What are you're gonna die, kid?
Please let me take over. I can handle him.
You told me I needed to fight for myself.
Oscar,
So I will.
You have to.
This is not
No,
no
this
fight.
is. You cannot
What's that
fight
mean?
him, dude.
Why is he so upset with us?
He didn't tell you my tale, did he, boy?
What did he do to you?
Thought you looked familiar.
He's the
Think that evil was inside of you when our paths first crossed.
evil.
Your blood won't be on my hands. It will be on his.
What the fuck, dude? He's like the fucking Hulk.
What was he talking about?
Osmond, you have to explain yourself!
Kill them!
Her?
Gretchen Reinhardt was Hazel's sister. Despite her brother's wishes, she enrolled at Beacon Academy to become a huntress, and tragically lost her life on a training mission. Hazel holds me responsible.
Is that...
Please, let me fight. I know Hazel. He's wounded in a way that cannot be healed.
You know now.
Wow.
You can forgive
That's-
me for what I'm about to do.
That's the first of many. That's the
Did
first...
she know? Did she know the risk of being a huntress?
That is
She
true.
was only a child. She wasn't ready.
She made a choice. A choice to put others before herself.
Everyone has to make a choice. That's the
So do
freaking... That's the theme of this volume.
And
Choice.
you've chosen death.
I'm sorry.
Osmond, take over. Yes, I know that's fucked up, but you're gonna die, kid. Oh my god, dude!
She's hardly breathing. I don't know what we can do.
You need to awaken your semblance now, Jean.
Oh, it wasn't supposed to be like this.
Oh, that's
please.
literally what Pyrrha said.
Can't lose anyone else.
He's a healer! Oh my god! Dude, he's a support main! Weiss is gonna be
Are
okay.
you nervous, girl?
She's gonna be okay.
The first maiden in... Why, I'm not sure anyone knows how many years, is about to open a vault. I would say it's quite an exciting time. Don't you feel honored?
Cinder, shut the fuck
No.
up.
I'm not concerned with any of this. All I care about is my tribe, my family.
God
This is a
damn.
burden, not an honor.
Cinder doesn't... Cinder
You've
is like
conditioned her
reveling.
quite well, Raven.
Oh my god, what is happening right now? What is that? Is that supposed to be the world tree? Yggdrasil from Norse mythology. Oh, are we gonna see the relic?
It's certainly grander than beacons. I wonder what the extra effort was for.
What is going to happen if you open that?
Please not linger.
After you.
You guys need to be on your game. She is a fall maiden. It's 2-on-1. That's the good thing. It's only Cinder. Why did she put her mask back on? Osmond versus Hazel! Oh no, that's bullshit, dude. Let them have a 1v1. Whoa. Oh my god! Hazel is so crazy! Be careful, Oz. If you die, it's you and Oscar that go. Dude, I love it! That's the attack he did to Cinder in Volume 3. Except he wasn't, like, godlike when he did it. Are you... Wake up, Weiss. You did it! You woke up your semblance! And RWBY woke up too.
What happened? What's going on?
I think she's going to be okay. She seems to be stabilizing.
John! I love him like a billion times over because I'm a support main. Oh god. Yang, you got this. This is your rematch! And it's another illusion. Come on, man. Don't fucking do that. Oh! RWBY, RWBY! Get your bearings. Figure out who you're gonna help. Don't go there. Holy shit. Husband! Oh! Oh!
Whatever you're doing, don't stop.
I won't.
Good.
Well, you just took his hands off. What the hell?
I'm on it.
Oh my god.
John and Weiss still need cover. No one's
Teamwork.
gonna catch 'em.
We gotta do teamwork. These guys are so OP right now.
Okay. Make it happen, Ranger.
Team Ranger! Back up. Yes. Get up, Yang.
Thanks, sis. You okay?
Let's do it.
I'm angry.
Oh my god. We've never seen Ruby pissed. Wow. Alright, this is it. Ooh, what is... This looks dope as fuck. Oh my god, this literally looks like Yggdrasil, the world tree. Or it reminds me of it, and it looks super, like, magical and whatnot.
Having fun?
Alright, Cinder.
Bernal, stay focused.
Oh, come now, Raven.
Why did she put her mask back
Better
on?
Enjoy this. It's a once-in-a-lifetime experience.
There it is. What
this work?
is the relic?
Once the Spring Maiden places her hand on the door, it will open. For you, and only you. Then I will walk into the vault and retrieve the relic. No one else. Is
That's
that
not...
clear?
Nope, that's not gonna
Yes.
happen.
It doesn't matter to us. Let's get this over with.
Be on your
All right,
guard.
then.
Be on your
Bernal.
guard.
When you're ready.
This is it. We don't know what's gonna happen when the door opens either.
You know,
Raven!
I've heard so many stories about you, Raven. They say you're a cunning leader, that you're strong, that you're clever.
Dude, I'm on the edge right now!
It's a shame that they're wrong.
She's gonna double... What the? Eyes! She's using eyes! That's the first time she's used another element! Her grim arm!
It's nothing personal, dear. You're just not
They were
worthy of
right!
this power.
She has a grim arm!
But I am.
The maiden powers!
So I will take what is mine.
What was yours? What power? This isn't your power? Did she really die? She got the maiden power!
What is this? Where's the power? You won't.
Oh my
find it,
god!
Because you're not
She's the maiden!
I am.
Oh, dude! Oh my god! Cinder's grim arm! Yo! Dust Hazel! Oh my fucking god, dude! Dust Hazel right there. I'm literally sweating right now. Oh, dude! If chapter 11 was everything depressing and dreadful about the volume thus far, this is like everything that's crazy and hype about the volume. And we have 2 episodes left! Weiss is gonna be okay. Jean awoke in his semblance. Hazel's actually a badass. Like, people haven't been just hyping him up since the volume started. They've been super subtle that Hazel is like a silent, like he's kind of like a gentle giant in a way. He has no vendetta with anyone but Ozpin, so that's literally the reason why he doesn't want to fight Nora and Ren. He doesn't want to kill Sienna Khan because his biggest quarrel is with Ozpin, and I think he said, I have to go back and look into it. So he had a sister that died on a mission at Beacon, and it was under Ozpin's watch, or under Ozpin as the headmaster, and he holds Ozpin responsible. So that's why, and he uses dust with his body, and that was something that was showcased. And it's crazy about that because I talked about that in my live stream discussion. I talked about that in hold on. Oh my god, my mind's going like a billion miles a second. Hold on. I talked about that in my live stream discussion. I talked about that in my Discord where we were talking about dust, and we brought up the fact that like they referenced in the World of Remnant in Volume 2 with dust that people can fuse it directly with their bodies, but we were like, we've never seen that before. We've never seen any instances, like we've seen people weave dust into their clothing, we've seen people use dust in ammunition, or just straight up like out of canisters like Cinder has done in the past, but we've never seen dust being used in that regard, like actually using it with their own bodies. A lot of people thought that Cinder was using dust, early volumes, like using fire dust, like from her body, but then we found out it was the Maiden's powers. So that application like resurfaces in the most coolest way possible. Like Hazel just literally like juices up, and it becomes like the Incredible Hulk practically, and he's actually able to like lash out the lightning, and he's like a monster. He's literally a monster, and it's like, he's a cool, reserved, calm character, and I've been fascinated by him, like him solely since the volume has started, because like Tyrion's the typical like crazy, delusional, like ravaged, like savage villain. You have Watts, he's like, he's kind of like the brains of the operation. You have Cinder, who's very condescending, very arrogant, very snarky. And then you have Hazel, and I'm like, Hazel, like, what have you done? Like, you've just been walking around, you've kind of been chaperoning everybody in this show. So I've always wondered his motivations more than anything. I feel like these motivations are somewhat cliche, right? Like a sibling that you really care about dies, and you want to exact revenge on whoever you feel is responsible. And I feel like that is a little bit cliche, but at the same time, like Hazel has been like, has won me over from the start, and now that we're actually seeing him actually take action for what he feels is right, and he sees Ozpin as evil, and Ozpin kept this death secret from everybody else because I felt like, I guess he feels that it's just regarding him and Hazel and their past. Holy shit, and Ozpin was literally afraid that Oscar, like, you're a fucking small boy. SMOL. You're a small boy, dude. You do not have what it takes to go up against Hazel. And the fact that he's arguing with Ozpin when it's a life or death situation, it's like, dude, we understand, we get it. You're on our side. You want to help. You want to be useful. That's cool. You want to go up against Leo, who's basically a coward and doesn't really do much fighting. That's great. Don't go up against the fucking biggest, baddest dude of the bunch. You're gonna get wrecked. And I don't mind that Ozpin took over without consent, because that was a literal life or death situation. Like, if Oscar dies, Ozpin dies. If Ozpin dies, if Ozpin's always going to reincarnate, so Oscar is Ozpin's lifeline, but Oscar in of himself is also a life that's worth being saved. So, oh my god, we're going to have a freaking field day with just talking about Hazel and the whole dust application thing going into that. Weiss is fine, and that's like, I went into the episode feeling very, very depressed and very, very worried, because the last episode, like, I was like, is she gonna be okay? And then this one, she wasn't breathing. Ren was talking about like her conditions getting worse, and that they don't know what's gonna happen to her. And then John just awakens his semblance, and I really like how he mentioned, he said, this isn't how things were supposed to happen, and that's literally what Pyrrha said. It was under different contexts, you know, like her figuring out the whole maiden situation, but him in the same vein was like, my friends weren't supposed to get killed, this wasn't supposed to ever get to this point, and I like how that there was a parallel there between him and Pyrrha. He awakened his semblance. It's like what everybody and their mother's been saying. He's a healer, he buffs his team, and that's kind of resembles his special ability in RWBY Grim Eclipse, where in this he seems to be healing Weiss's wounds, whereas in RWBY Grim Eclipse he actually buffs his allies and gives them more, allows him to deal more damage, which is pretty cool. So I'm wondering how he's going to be able to utilize that moving forward, because he's basically the support of his team, and I love him so much more for that, because I like games like League of Legends and Overwatch and stuff like that have role specific positions. I am always the support main, and I'm always like healing my teammates and trying to keep them alive as long as possible, and keep them out of harm's way. So I'm just happy that Jean has fulfilled, like, he is definitively now a huntsman in training. Like, he has the technical know-how of like combat, and now he has the semblance application. Granted, it's more of a support application for someone who's the leader and the strategist of your team, but at this point he is a very pivotal role. He has a very pivotal role in the grand scheme of, you can actually keep your teammates. Like, he's basically their sustain at this point, which is kind of cool. So there was that. Vernal, okay, so I want to give shout out and props, right, to everybody who kind of analyzed the situation. I've read a lot of posts. I've seen people talking about him on videos and stuff like that, also in my Discord. Some people under the suspicion that Raven was always the Spring Maiden, and that Vernal seemed almost too obvious, right? She's in the intro. She, she just flat out came out of nowhere and just like displayed her maiden powers to Cinder and company. And every time, and the biggest thing for that was Raven would always wear her helmet. And Vernal didn't have like the glowing eyes and stuff like that. And I think she died. I think she died just now, and that fucking sucks. Like, she died for her tribe. And it reminds me of a couple chapters back when Raven was like, no matter what, like, we have to do what's best for the tribe. And she's like, I'm all in, no matter what, like, even at the cost of her life. And she literally died. Granted, they caught they caught Cinder off guard, because now Maiden versus Maiden is most definitely going to happen in the vault of the Spring Maiden. Whether Raven comes out alive is unforeseen, but like, Raven now Raven's the maiden. Like, she can use like lightning and wind and fire and her weapon and her semblance against Cinder. And Cinder has the Grim Arm, right? Like, so that was a theory since Volume 4. Like, everyone was like, it's a Grim Arm. She's affected by the Silver Eyes, and, she was under, Salem mentioned that she's gonna give her special treatment, and she's like the Lord of Grim. So, and we've seen like instances like in Volume 4, she was like, don't fight it, it can sense your trepidation, you must make it dread you, and she had that Grim fused with her with the glove and the beetle when she got Amber's powers, and just all of that. Like, she's literally part Grim, which is terrifying, and it has the same, it kind of has the same elasticity effect of, it has the same elasticity effect of the Knuckle V Grim. So I'm literally just blown away. Like, this chapter went from 0 to 100 in like half a second. And this was a 12-minute chapter. This was one of the shortest episodes of the volume, but so much shit has happened, right? Oscar Ozpin versus Hazel. Hazel actually coming to the forefront and being more useful and effective. We're on the cusp of seeing what the relic of knowledge looks like. We're in the vault. We're gonna probably get a Maiden versus Maiden, Raven versus Cinder battle. Weiss is gonna be okay. Jean unlocked his semblance. RWBY is pissed. RWBY is pissed off, and she's like, "You okay, little sister?" She's like, "No, I'm pissed." So now, Emerald, Mercury, and Leo are gonna get bodied, because now Team Ranger's working together. Crow just got like eviscerated. He just got like one punch man like through the roof, and I just hope that he's okay. He pulled out his scythe, but then he went back to his sword. So they're kind of being a little cock teases about like showing off Crow fighting with his scythe. I've been looking forward to that since Volume 3. Oh my god, 2 chapters left, dude. At this point, so, and a lot of things that I was hoping or expecting to happen before the volume ended actually happened. We got to see Jean's semblance. We got to see, reveal of Thing's arm, Cinder's Grim Arm. That was actually revealed. That was something I was wondering. I was like, are we going to see an arm reveal by the end? Because it was up between one of two things for me. I was like, either she has a Grim Arm, or just like how Watts created a tail for Tyrion, he's also created like an arm for Cinder somehow. But I was more along the lines of it being the Grim Arm, which is super cool that that's a thing. So human Grimm hybrids are a thing. So is that like, is Salem just like the apex level of that? Like, was she once a human that is now turned full Grimm, and she's like identifies as a Grimm, but also as a human, right? She speaks the language. She, you know, she looks like a human, but she also has like Grimm characteristics, like she's black and white, and she has red eyes and stuff like that, and she commands all of the lesser Grimm. So I'm wondering if we're getting slowly towards like, is Salem gonna have like a human Grimm hybrid army essentially, because she can do that with everyone that she has on her team right now. So a lot of things are going to be happening. Hazel is the priority threat right now. Cinder and Raven are going to have a 1v1 down there in the vault. Vernal died, which really fucking sucks. I really liked her design. I really liked her character, and she just got caught out, basically. And I'm surprised they didn't think that Cinder would pull something, because they were trying to wait. They were expecting to do the same thing to her, and Raven was about to make her move, but Cinder kind of called her out on, like, just kind of caught her off guard at that moment, like, and did like a twofer. Like, she attacked Vernal from the front and then iced up Raven from behind. So, and that's another thing too. I've been wondering, like, why hasn't Cinder used any other elemental abilities but fire? So the fact that she actually used ice at this point really caught me off guard, and I think it caught everybody else off guard in the sense that we didn't know if she was holding back, if she was at full power, if she just preferred fire over any other abilities. But it seems like she actually chose the right time to use it very tactfully. So, oh my god, dude. I'm gonna go back and watch this episode like 10 plus times. I still have worry that we're not out of the woods just yet. We have the penultimate chapter 13, the finale chapter 14, which is going to leave us off for the rest of the year before volume 6 comes back later this year. We have, you know, we still need Blake and company to show up. Adam and the White Fangs faction is still outside, so I'm wondering if they're going to be dealt with to an extent, like with Blake and Son once they show up, with Ilya as well. Like that's just the other factor, and really hoping and wondering if Team RWBY is really going to get back together by the end of the volume. That's something that I feel everyone is really hopeful for, but because shit has hit the fan right now, we can't really stop and enjoy ourselves for the time being. But god damn, what a great chapter. I'm so glad that I'm not a puddle of emotions right now like I was last week. Like, last week was really bad, and once I realized that Jean and Weiss was going to be okay, Jean was healing her, it just kind of, my excitement kind of took over, because I was like, okay, we've passed that point. It really, really sucks that Vernal died, because, like I said, I really liked her, and she had no business in any of this, really. She wasn't even the maiden, right? She was just a scapegoat, and it wasn't like Raven was using her. Like, she was all for it. She was all for her tribe, and she made the ultimate sacrifice for her tribe. So if Raven doesn't win, if Raven doesn't get the relic, if Vernal died for no reason, if Cinder is able to overcome Raven, who, I mean, they're both maidens, and Raven has like a level of expertise that, like, it precedes her, because, you know, Cinder mentioned, she was like, oh, I've heard stories about you, how cunning and how powerful of a leader you are. So there is a level of prestige to her, like, in just her name alone, and probably what her actions can, like, her actions can probably speak louder than those stories. But you're going up against a maiden / Grimm. I'll throw that in there. Like, Cinder is part Grimm at this point. So that is just, like, I'm wondering how that's going to work, because she doesn't have silver eyes, so it's not, how effective is she going to be, really? And her semblance isn't really offensive unless she can just, like, bounce all over the place, or, like, slash open a portal, punch Cinder through the portal, and then make another one and pull her through that one. Like, do some crazy shit with her semblance that can be offensive as well as defensive to get around places. And actually, I take that back. She can't do that, because her portals slash open and go to another person. Vernal just got killed, so I'm assuming that bond is severed, so she can't create a portal to Vernal. So the only option she has is either going back upstairs to Crow, or... And she's the maiden, so she can't, like, she's the only one that can open that door, number one. And number two, what the fuck did Cinder mean by this power is like, she basically, I don't remember word for word, because like I said, I'm going to rewatch the episode, but she basically said something along the lines of, the maiden powers are hers. She's like, I'm taking the power that belongs to me. And it's like, what? Are you like, did Ozpin... How did Ozpin get that magic then? Because the magic came from him, as he was the wizard who distributed the power to the original maidens. But where did he get that magic from? You know what I mean? Did he take it from Cinder? Is Cinder just as old as he is? Like, I'm really confused about a lot of those things, like why Cinder feels so entitled to this power, unless that's what Salem has promised her. These maiden powers are essentially hers, which begs the question. Cinder was about to kill Vernal. Is that evidence then that maidens can have more than, like, if you can be both the Fall Maiden and the Spring Maiden? Because Cinder was like, where's your power? As in, like, I killed you. I'm probably the last person in your mind. You just died. The power then should transfer to me. And I assume I assume Cinder is essentially going to be a vessel for... Here's my headcanon. I'm assuming Cinder is going to become a vessel. By the time we get to Vacuo and Atlas, I personally feel like all of the towers are going to fall. I personally feel like all of the maidens are going to get killed. Cinder is going to get all 4 maiden powers within her, and because she is also part Grimm, it's compatible with her. I don't know how, but maybe Salem will try to take over Cinder's body, because Salem, I think Salem is like to the point of she's so far gone as a Grimm that maybe the maiden powers won't be compatible with her body. So she'll kind of pull an Ozpin, take over Cinder, and then basically, you know, do a hostile takeover, have a younger body, have, you know, she'll be part Grimm like she already is. She'll have all 4 maiden powers, and she'll have all 4 relics, which she would be like... It's like GG at that point. But that's currently my headcanon right now. I do feel like Atlas, Vacuo, Beacon, and like all the schools are going to fall, all the towers are going to fall, all the relics are going to be captured, all the maidens are going to die, and then this final grand conflict is based on whatever Ozpin has in store, how Ruby's going to be a part of that with her silver eyes and everything else, but... God damn, what a great chapter. Holy fuck. You would think that this was a great finale or a great penultimate chapter, but we have that coming next week for chapter 13. Fuck all, I have no idea what they're going to do for that. And then the finale, which is probably going to be the longest episode. We have the end credit scene to look forward to. We probably have some good music to look forward to in the credits, and just theory crafting, speculations, reviews, discussions until volume 6. But I'm at a loss for words. I kind of rambled at this point, gave you guys my initial thoughts. Leave your thoughts in the comments. What do you guys think about this chapter? So freaking awesome. Like, the biggest thing for me too is that this was probably one of the shortest chapters, but so much happened. Like, this was like a very dense episode. But ultimately, thank you guys for watching. Leave your thoughts in the comments, and I will see you guys for the discussion. Well, at this point, it'll be in the past, but hopefully you guys enjoyed the discussion, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Take care.